Trout. They're happy skeleton. Now, the last thing I think I will do today is explore Greylord's mansion. Is what I'll do. Alright, here's the soul mine I talked about. Or, I don't know if these soul mines out here know Megalospark, but I know the ones inside know Megalospark. Oh, by the way, to be able to enter Greylord's mansion, you need to be a virus Digimon. Just like how Ice Sanctuary required a vaccine-type Digimon, Greylord's mansion requires a virus-type Digimon. If you don't have a virus-type Digimon, you cannot enter Greylord's mansion. So that's also another reason I didn't want to get Mega Siegmon with Garudamon, because that meant I could not explore Greylord's mansion all until second partner Digimon, since Mega Siegmon is a data type. And for some reason, they didn't make any area exclusive for data types. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't make an area for data types. What a big mansion. Anybody home? No one's home, or they can't hear me. Alright, start exploring. Skullgreymon loves a haunted mansion, which makes sense, because he's a pile of bones. Why wouldn't he love a haunted mansion? Bum 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 bum, don't mind me. Ooh, a sirloin. By the way, these three Soulmons hide another secret. Other than knowing Megalospark, they also know the strongest air move. And they are the only way to get that air move outside of major boss fights. Because there are 3 major boss fights that use the strongest air move, but no wild Digimon. The only ones that use that move are these 3 Soulmon in Greylord's Mansion. So if you want to learn the strongest air move and not need to rely on RNG fighting those 3 major bosses, Soulmon is the way to go. But it's a kicker though, there's only 2 virus-type Digimons that can learn the strongest air move. Only 2. And they are both champion levels. So no virus ultimate can try to learn this strongest air move. Only 2 champion levels. And the 2 champions are Bakumon and Devimon. Those are the only 2 champions that knows the strongest air move. Devimon and Bakumon. And Bakumon is the only one that's easy to get of the 2. Because Devimon is dumb to get in this game. Because getting Devimon is entirely locked behind a specific gimmick the game has, which is called Death Digivolution. Because yes, Bakumon can also be obtained through Death Digivolution. However, you can just get Bakumon normally. Devimon, however, it's impossible to get him normally, because you can only get Devimon through Death Digivolution, and you have to Death Digivolve a specific Digimon to get Devimon, and it's Angemon. That's right. That is the only way to get an Angemon, or to get a Devimon, is to get an Angemon and have him die in battle. And even then, it's not a guarantee. It's a 50-50. If, when your Angemon died, if he Digivolves to Devimon. If he didn't Digivolve to Devimon, then you just wasted a life on Angemon and you have to try again. So yeah, Devimon for some reason is stupid in this game. That he's only obtainable through Death Digivolving Angemon. Which I don't like. I do not like that Devimon can only be obtained through Death Digivolving unless you have this Digivolution item, which I don't think you ever get Devimon's Digivolution item. As I don't know of any way to get Devimon's Digivolution item. Unless it's like a random reward from the tournament. Like one of the tournaments, they can reward you with Devimon's Digivolution item. Which like, oh cool, I have two options to get Devimon. Digivolution item or kill my Angemon. Super annoying. Especially since Devimon is one of the strongest champion Digimon out there. I'm just gonna do this before I mention why Devimon is the strongest champion. Oh, I found a key. Maybe it'll open some of those doors. I used the mansion, but I didn't use the mansion key game. That's the wrong dialogue. I got the mansion key. Not I used the mansion key. I haven't used it yet. Stupid game. I haven't used it yet. Now I'm using it. But I didn't use it before I got it. Anywho, continuing on with explaining with Devimon why he's the strongest champion. That is because he gets access to Ice Statue, Megalospar, and the strongest air move. He gets access to all three of those things, Devimon. On top of buffing moves, so he can buff himself as well. So you can just give Devimon a buffing move, Megalospark, Ice Statue. That's unfortunate. And he's not hungry. Well, I guess I'll come back for these two later, because both of those items have both of those chests have the same item. Like both of them have a brain chip. So yeah, I'm guessing that's probably a reason why they made Devimon so obnoxious to get. Because he has the strongest moveset of all the champions. But he still doesn't excuse it though. Because Skull Greymon and Megadramon, they also have a very strong moveset, yet no weird mechanic behind them. You can just get them. Heck, you can even get Skull Greymon through Death Digivolving a Metal Greymon. What are those? Any books I can read? No, none I can read. Wow, a book with a cool cover. I'll take it. Such a cool book. Huh? Wow! And that's why you shouldn't read books. They just lead to trapdoors and make your poor skeleton pet squash you and fall. I'm wounded. Which, yeah, I'll also be wounded if a giant skeleton fell on top of me. What's this one contain? Another stat chip. I'll guess we'll come back to that later. The store. But I put them in the bank, so I can't pick it up. Autopilot. Oh, by the way, these green things are called Rockmon. And these guys are only in Digimon World and one other game. They only have 2 game appearances, these Rockmon designs. And those Rockmon there, they are a way for Skullgreymon and Megadramon to learn Ice Statue. In case you didn't want to go to Freeze Land and beat up Ice Devimon, these are also another way to get Ice Statue. By just having Skullgreymon and Megadramon fight those Rockmon a few times, they could learn Ice Statue. What? Wow! I feel like this is more of a trap mansion than a haunted mansion. Are you alright, Blue? What kind of place is this? Looks like we enter a room we've never been to before. Medicine, but I can't pick it up and I don't care because it's medicine. Behold, a coffin. Here it is. That also functions as an elevator for some reason. Mansion basement. And that is another Digimon that is in the game that you can't obtain. Myotismon. Because they thought for some reason, let's have Myotismon and Shogakumon be in the game, but you can't get either of them. Someone came to help me? Digimon, are you okay? Who are you? Give me food. Hungry? What do you want? Meat. I got meat. Meat. What? Here. A key? I gotta get rid of something. I don't know. I guess the blue apple then. I got a frig key. Okay. I don't have much time. I'll bring something soon. Hang on a little more. I don't know how they misspelled. There's called refrigerator. What? How did the translators of this game not know how to spell refrigerator? Why the heck are they calling it refrigerator? What do they think? When you're frigid, you're frigid? That's just inexcusable. It's misspelled in 2 scenarios. I think it's locked. Will the knob open? It opened. Who knew the knob on a door opened the door? Who knew? I thought doorknobs were just there to make the room look more stylish. Use the mansion key. Medicine, but I can't pick it up. Defense disc, but I can't pick it up. Protection, but I can't pick it up. Large MP, but I can't pick it up. Basically, I just come back here when I have more room in my bag. Anyway, let's go back to the refrigerator and use our frig key. Like some spelling errors in video games you can excuse, but when they misspell a word twice, one has to question. Was it just one guy that wrote frig and no one corrected him? I used a refrigerator key. I don't see it. There's a memo. Return to the position where you got the points from the dumb one. I should listen to this memo. And yeah, it's not very obvious instructions, but what that means is just go back to where you got Bakuman. Like where you recruited Bakuman, that's where you're supposed to go to pick up the meat from Myotis. I don't know why Myotismon has his meat out in the yard, but he just does. Like I don't know why. It just is. It's for some reason it's right there on the ground, and Myotismon wants to eat that meat. I don't quite understand why, but meh. By the way, the only reason I'm doing this is to show this oddity. Like, I think it's intentional that this steak is supposed to be an infinite spawn. Like, until you give this steak to Myotismon, it will forever be there to remind you, feed Myotismon. But I think the thing they didn't count on was the fact that each time you go in and out, they swap the Digimons that are outside between Tsukaimon and Soulmon, which it shouldn't do that because they are day and night dependent. Okay, not always, but apparently a few of the times they do that, they swap them out. Considering the first time I picked up that second stake, there was a Tsukaimon, and since then it's just been Soulmon. Yes, I think it's just a oversight with the first time. Like if you double back out the first time after picking up the stake, it will for whatever reason give you the inverse spawn of what the time of day is. Because I'm pretty sure Soulmon is the nighttime enemies in Greylord's Mansion, or well, sorry, the Overdale Cemetery, and daytime is Tsukaimon. So if you pick up the stake, then double back out, it will suddenly be Soulmon outside, or for my case, it will suddenly be Tsukaimon's out there. Well, by the way, you don't need more than one. I just picked up more for the sake of selling. Because whatever steaks he doesn't eat, you get to keep. So that's 4 steaks I can get to sell. Phew! I'm saved. Thanks so much. Sorry for your trouble. What happened? I'm Myotismon, master of this mansion. I'm Yuki, a human from another world. This is my partner Blue. We're here to save the island. Looks like we have a lot to talk about. I welcome you. Yum yum. Uh, please listen up. Yummy yummy. My men don't listen anymore. I don't think they can remember my orders. Sometimes they don't even understand. My men should bring my meals, but yummy? While I was working, they didn't bring my meals, so I forgot to eat. You're too wrapped up in your work. I'm so embarrassed. I think there's trouble in the mansion. Problem on the island? Is everyone acting like my men? Yes, they're all losing their memory. Do you think someone's doing this? What can I do? We're building a city to unite Digimon's hearts. We're traveling to find friends. What I can do, my men have only fighting skills. Want to enter a match? A match? It's perfect. It will refresh my men. So, you want to join? Yes, but I still have research to do here. I'll go there soon. This time, though, it's not like a Sukamon thing. It really is just what it sounds like there. That Ryotismon doesn't technically join the city. Because what Myotismon does... Yo, stop Raymon! First of all, what are you doing in a wall? Second off, let me use an autopilot, dang it! Anywho, what I was gonna say, right. Myotismon only joins the arena. He does not join the city. But you still have to do Greylord's Mansion to be able to trigger the second event that uh, Greylord's Mansion has. Because you have to visit Greylord's Mansion a second time. Because trouble brews in Greylord's Mansion. So he still has a purpose. Like he joins the arena. You can actually fight him in arena. I What did I put in? What's the flute? There we go. There we go. Mansion key. I think I brought this back out. Yeah, that's what I did. There we go. But there, now that I've left the items, I can now pick this up. This one serves a purpose, this rain plant, and it grows every 15 days in-game. So every time it becomes the 15th, a rain plant spawns. But you only ever need one rain plant. But that will have to be saved for next stream with what the rain plant does. Now I know Skorgreymon isn't sleepy, but there still is a way to save. What is this machine? That's a save machine for memory card battle data. Using that machine, you can save your current partner's data for battle. All you have to do is press X and the machine will tell you what to do. There you go. Saved the game. There. Now I can wrap up stream. Let's say this has been a very good Digimon World stream. Considering we got Skull Greymon, I got Ice Statue when it was a Garurumon, and I managed to get a lot of recruits done. Because I'm like 42 prosperity, so I'm very close to be able to do the end game, but I'm still pretty far away from being able to be done with the game. So I want to get 100% prosperity. Yes. But yeah, for those that see this VOD on YouTube, I appreciate any type of support, either through commenting, subscribing, liking, like any way, shape, or form, or simply sharing my videos. That also counts as support. I'll leave my Twitch channel in the description below in case you or anyone you share this VOD to wants to watch me live.